This might be the easiest review I've ever had to do. Hi and welcome to Last Watch. I've been sent this rather large box from Mirage Luxury Travel. Let's get it open and see what's inside before it disappears. You can see that this fairly sturdy and solid box has taken the tiniest of batterings during its journey from the US to the wilds of Scotland, but I can testify that this arrived in not one but two very well padded envelopes. Time to unveil its contents. Straight out of the box is a high gloss printed sleeve with details of the Mirage Luxury Travel website, which might not be the best place to buy today's product. More on that in a moment. Inside the sleeve is a congratulations card from Ralph, the owner and founder of Mirage Luxury Travel. I think this is pretty much a thank you for buying his product, with some details on their 14-day return policy and the 6-month warranty. And a reasonably sized branded polishing cloth, that might come in handy. Quite a large soft brown velvet bag. Now my daughter is into designer handbags and this is what she would call a dust cover for the item inside. Again, it sports the Mirage Luxury Travel logo and has an air of quality about it. Right, I'm champing at the bit now. Let's see what Ralph has sent me. What, more packaging? It's fair to say that Ralph has not skimped on the packaging or the details. This is a heavyweight trace paper, again emblazoned with a brand name. Let's get it open. That's torn it. That's really going to play havoc with my OCD. I love to keep things pristine. I will cry about that later. And finally, here we have it. If you haven't already guessed, it's not a watch, but a watch roll, or would you call it a travel case? Now this looks and feels like genuine real brown leather, but I am assured that this is PU leather. I wouldn't have guessed. Nicely embossed with the Mirage branding. Let's pop these studs and take a look inside. I think the best way to describe this interior would be that of a light tan suede effect. There are 3 generous sized cushions separated by some substantial shoulders. Let's get one of these puppies out and see how it feels. The cushion is surprisingly weightless, oval in shape and soft to the touch, but with a solid central core, possibly a lightweight wood or plastic, but without taking it apart, which I won't do, you can make your own guess. These side runners allow the cushions to be slotted quite uniquely into the case. I think Ralph calls it a rail system. You can see just how cavernous the roll is without its cushions in place. Sliding the cushions in and out of place is quite easy, once you get them lined up that is. Right, time for a tidy up and some more info on Mirage Luxury Travel. I'll have a closer look at the watch roll and share my thoughts. If it wasn't already obvious, I should point out that today's watch roll was sent to me free of charge by Ralph at Mirage Luxury Travel. I'm not being paid for this review, but I do get to keep the watch roll. Before I proceed, if you haven't already done so, I would appreciate if you would support the channel and consider subscribing. Be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment. Mirage Luxury Travel are based in California. They are a pretty new brand, launching just over a year ago in September of 2019. At this point in time, they have literally one product, the Mirage 3 watch roll, but it is available in 4 different colour options. There is this Espresso, the jade black with mahogany interior, a slate grey with black interior, and my personal favourite, the midnight blue with grey interior. There are plans to increase the product range, with a 2-watch roll coming in December, and a single watch roll and a genuine leather 4-watch roll option coming in 2021. I don't have any price details on the new products, but this 3-watch roll case will currently cost you between $69 and $79 from Amazon USA, depending on which colour you opt for. You can buy direct from the Mirage Luxury website at a slight premium. Strangely, Ralph is happy for you to do your business on the Amazon platform. I made a point of checking out the prices on the Amazon UK website, and these watch rolls are ludicrously expensive at just shy of £140. That's a serious markup. You will definitely benefit from living in the States if you'd like to pick up one of these watch rolls. There's no way I would recommend buying one of these from Amazon UK. However, there's nothing stopping you from buying as an international customer from Amazon US. Even with the additional cost of shipping and import fees, you will pay less than $110, which at today's exchange rate is a little over £80. Please be sure to do your due diligence before placing any orders. I would hate for any of you to get caught out by crazy customs fees and import duties. Normally I would add an Amazon link for both the American and UK stores in the video description below. On this occasion I will omit the UK site in favour of the US. I am an Amazon affiliate. If you use that link and make any purchases from Amazon, it won't cost you a penny extra, but the channel will benefit from a small commission. The question is the Mirage watch roll worth its $70 or £75 price tag? Let's take a further look. Size-wise, the case comes in at 25 centimeters or just under 10 inches in length, 7.5 centimeters or 3 inches in height, 10 centimeters or 4 inches deep, and it has a circumference of around 30 centimeters. That's pretty much 12 inches. The pillows are just under 6 centimeters wide, with a circumference of around 19.5 centimeters or 7.5 inches. I've made a deliberate point here of putting my biggest and I think my smallest watches in the case for test purposes. Including its overly large protected crown guards, the Citizen Signature Grand Touring Sport comes in at a whopping width of 52mm. The size of this watch is a bit of a problem when it comes to fitting in watch boxes, which don't allow for its girth, and I have to be careful where I place it, making sure it sits alongside smaller watches and away from the watch box edge, as it will prevent the lid from closing. There are no such problems with the Mirage watch roll, as it sits quite comfortably on the cushion with some space to spare, and even with its added weight, there's no movement or rolling. The Citizen has a 14.5mm thick case, which again isn't an issue for the internal dimensions of the roll. Basically what I'm saying is that once your watch is secured, unless it's a monster, there's very little chance of the crystal making contact or rubbing up against the lip or the lid, as there is a little bit of breathing space. Worst case scenario, if you had a beast of a watch in there, remember the lid does have a soft lining. The Q Timex is a 38mm watch. Including the crown, it pushes out to 40.5mm. It has quite a fiddly bracelet, but getting it on the soft cushion was no drama, and it doesn't look at all lost in the case. I should point out that all my watches are sized for a 7-inch wrist, but fitting them on these 7.5-inch cushions was a doddle. I did a stress test, and I think these cushions will compress quite comfortably to 6.5 inches. If you have a bracelet smaller than that, then you might struggle. Anything above 7.5 inches and you will need some extra padding on the rear. You could always use this handy polishing cloth. If you have your watches on straps, then you have nothing to worry about. The case structure is very sound. It has a little flex, but holds its shape well. It feels like a quality product. It's certainly shipped as a quality package. The build and finish is top notch, with no poor stitching or loose seams, though I did find some remnants of glue on some of those seams. There is more than enough space on the soft watch cushions for even the most gargantuan of watches to sit comfortably, and due to the clever rail system embedded into the fairly thick wall dividers, there's no fear of your watches moving around and making contact with one another. The roll is brand new, and the cushion rails have a bit of friction, which prevents them from sliding out accidentally. They may well become loose over time. With the lid closed, the soft interior lining will cause it and keep your prized threesome safe and secure. My only concern would be the durability of the PU leather over time, especially if you do a lot of travel and constantly throw this into a suitcase or overnight bag. Its longevity may well come down to what else is in your bag when you travel and how you look after it. As I mentioned earlier, I don't plan on using this watch roll for regular travel, although it may get the odd outing. If you're the rugged type, you might want to hold off for the upcoming cowhide leather variants, which will be released next year. I can find very little wrong with the Mirage watch roll, apart from the overly high markup on Amazon UK. I could be really picky and suggest that Ralph increases the angle of the flat back to tilt the case a little higher and make a better display for your watches inside. But this is a travel case and not a display case. Also, I wouldn't have chosen this colour combination. It's all a bit brown. However, the muted colour does allow for your watches to shine and be the star of the show, which is how it should be. Had Ralph sent me, say, the midnight blue, I would have been blown away, but ultimately he doesn't know me or my tastes. This colour combination was a safe bet, and luckily, regardless of the colour, the quality of the product shines through. The only other thing to pick apart is the build of the cardboard box, which shows some cost saving on the glued folded seams. If you're a box collector, then this might be an issue. I think this one will go in the recycle bin. During the month of November, I will celebrate my birthday and wedding anniversary, and it's round about now that my wife starts asking me what watches I would like, and there's a bit of an awkward silence whilst I try to think of something within her budget. Putting myself in her shoes, the Mirage watch roll could be the perfect gift for a watch-loving husband. It's reasonably priced, extremely well packaged, and feels like its name would suggest, like a luxury item. If my wife gave me this watch roll for my birthday, then I would be more than happy to receive it. She'll be gutted that that option is no longer available. This could be the perfect Christmas gift for that watch freak in your life. God, did I just mention Christmas? Sorry guys. Many thanks to Ralph at Mirage Luxury Travel for sending me what is a surprisingly good watch roll. I wish you every success with your company and look forward to seeing what comes next. As always, to my ever-increasing audience out there, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.